Namaskaram. Welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about the third Vedam as a Shruti text. And this is titled as the Sama Vedam. The Sama Vedam comprises of chants and melodies derived from the Rig Vedam, crafted specifically for ritualistic chanting during the sacrificial ceremonies. Unlike the Rig Vedam, which is recited, the Sama Vedam is predominantly sung in the form of songs. This Veda, often referred to as the song or melody, the Veda encapsulates the musical dimension of the Vedic tradition. The Sama Vedam's verses, which are typically called as the samans, and the one who is reciting is called as a samana, are largely borrowed from the Rig Vedam, but are adopted to musical forms for chanting during the Vedic rituals. It is distinctive for its inclusion of musical notations, which are called as swaras, that indicate the pitch and rhythm essential for the accurate performance of these chants. These notations ensure the proper recitation and chanting of the Samavedic hymns during the rituals, highlighting the Samavedam's unique role in the Vedic liturgical practice. When we talk about the structure and content of Samavedam, structurally the Samavedam is divided into two main parts: the Samhita, a collection of melodies, and the Brahmanas, the prose texts providing ritual explanations. The Samhita comprises melodies intended for singing, while the Brahmanas offer detailed instructions and explanations for the performance of the rituals. The Samavedam is particularly significant in Vedic rituals such as the Soma sacrifice, where the chanting of the Samavedic melodies is central to invoking deities and sustaining the sacred atmosphere. Despite its primary association with rituals and music, the Samavedam also carries philosophical and symbolic elements akin to those of the earlier two, especially in the Rigvedam. The hymns and chants of Samavedam are believed to hold profound spiritual significance, symbolizing cosmic order and universal harmony. This integration of music with ritual practices underscores the Samavedam's role in the holistic expression of Vedic spirituality and religious observance. Like the other Vedas, the Samavedam was initially transmitted orally from generation to generation by Vedic priests who are known as the Brahmins. This oral tradition required meticulous memorization and precise recitation to preserve the Samavedic melodies, ensuring the continuity of the Vedic tradition. The Samavedam holds a distinguished position in Hindu tradition as the musical counterpart to the Rigvedam, embodying the sacred chants and melodies integral to Vedic rituals for over 1,000,000 years. The sages of Samavedam are sage Atri to begin with. Atri is one of the 7 great rishis or Saptarishi, along with Marichi, Angiras, Pulaha, Krutu, Pulastya, and Vasishtha. Sage Atri was married to Ansuya Devi. The Tatreya is considered to be an avatar and combined form of the 3 gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Brahma was born to her as Chandra, Vishnu as Dattatreya, and Shiva as some part of Durvasa, according to another story of the same sage. A venerated sage in Hindu tradition, credited with composing hymns found across various Vedas, including Samavedam. Sage Bharata is the second to contribute to the Samavedam. Traditionally regarded as a major contributor to the Samavedam, though not to be confused with Bharata, the mythical founder of Bharatavarsha, based on whom India was named as Bharata earlier, Bharatamuni is traditionally attributed the authorship of the influential performing arts treatise Natyashastra, which covers ancient Indian dance, dramaturgy, poetics, and music. It also is notable for its aesthetic rasa theory. Sage Vasishtha is the next contributor of Samavedam. He is one of the oldest and revered Vedic rishis or sages and one of the Saptarishis. Arundhati is the ideal and dedicated wife of sage Vasishtha, and that is the reason why the newlywed wife is shown the Arundhati star immediately after the marriage, basically to show her as a role model for wife. Sage Vasishtha is the subject of many stories, including the story of Kamadhenu and Nandini. He is the teacher of the Ikshvaku kings and also the preceptor of Manu. Other characters like Nahusha, Rantidevi, Lord Rama, and Bhishma were his disciples. Sage Vasishtha is one of the most ancient and revered sages in Hindu lore, attributed with numerous hymns from Samavedam. Maharishi Vishwamitra is the next contributor to Samavedam. Vishwamitra is credited with composing several hymns, especially in the 3rd and 7th mandalas in the Rig Vedam. Vishwamitra is one of the 7 Brahmarishis who wrote the Gayatri Mantra and is supposed to have been the first who contributed to this, with Yajnavalkya being the last. Renowned as a royal sage or Rajarishi, he also is associated with various legendary stories like Trishanku and King Harishchandra. He is one of the significant figure in Hindu tradition, known for his notable contributions to Samavedam. Sage Angirasa is the next to contribute in Samavedam. He is described in the Rig Veda as a teacher of divine knowledge, a mediator between men and gods, as well as stated in other hymns to be the first of Agni Devas, the fire gods. He is recognized as one of the 7 great sages associated with several hymns that are composed in Samavedam. Sage Kashyapa is one of the Saptarishis, and the name Kashmir is shortened form of Kashyapa Mira, or the lake of the sage Kashyapa. Kashyapa is credited with the fathering of Devas, Danavas, Yakshas, and Daityas, and all living creatures with various daughters of Daksha like Aditi, Diti, Kala, Danayus, Danu, Simshika, Krodha, Pritha, Vishwa, Vinata, Kapila, Muni, and Kadru. Sage Kashyapa is a respected sage credited with various contributions to various Vedic texts, including the Samavedam. When we talk about the ethical and cultural significance, the Samavedam occupies a unique place among the Vedas due to its focus on musicality and chanting, making it a vital element of the Hindu ritual and spiritual practice. Unlike the other Vedas, which predominantly consist of prose and verse hymns, the Samavedam is renowned for its musical verses called samans. The one who sings the samans are called as samanas. These verses, derived from the Rig Vedam, are arranged in a musical format for chanting during rituals and ceremonies. Characterized by its distinctive musical notation, intended for chanting rather than recitation, the Samavedam requests the priests, who are called as Udgatars, who chant the samans during the rituals, to be trained in specific melodies and rhythms. The Brahmana texts associated with the Samavedam, also known as the Samaveda Brahmanas, provide detailed explanations and instructions for performing rituals and sacrifices using saman melodies. The Samavedam also includes Aranyakas and Upanishads, which dwell in philosophical and mystical concepts, exploring the deeper spiritual and metaphysical themes. And this is the legacy and influence of Samavedam over the Bharatavarsha. It is closely linked with the performance of rituals and sacrifices, which are the yajnas, where chanting the samans is considered crucial for invoking deities and ensuring ritual sacrifices and success. Shiksha, or phonetics, a branch of the Vedic texts, is concerned with the correct pronunciation and intonation of Vedic texts, with the Samavedam Siksha focusing specifically on the phonetic aspects of chanting the samans. Historically, several schools of Shikshas of the Samavedam existed, each with its own recension of the text and methods of chanting. Although many of these schools are no longer extant, their influence persists in various musical traditions and regional practices in India. Thank you very much for being a part of this video. We shall meet in the next video with a new topic. Bye for now. Namaskaram.